Right now we're in our intake area, and this is one of the busiest and most crowded parts of our facility. This tiny small area is where people are constantly walking past, and then you also have visitors and members of the community that are saying goodbye to their animals. This is just the general intake, dogs are here, people are clocking in, people are doing paperwork, they're checking their email. As you can see, there's not a lot of room to move around, so and with all the commotion, it can be really stressful for them. In our new building, we're gonna have a bigger area, and it's gonna be a dedicated area to this purpose, so that you don't have so many other things going on. There's gonna be less distractions, it's gonna be quieter, and our goal is to do what's best for the animals, and any way that we can reduce their stress is gonna be, have a huge impact on the animal and their lives and their stay here in our building.
So we're now in the hallway that leads us back to our adoption areas. To my right is our dog adoption, and to my left is cat adoption. If the microphone will pick it up, you can clearly hear dogs barking in very close proximity to our cats. So that is a bad situation. Unfortunately, the way our building is constructed, we can't separate dogs and cats. So stress and anxiety of the cats, being able to hear the dogs, smell the dogs, sometimes see the dogs, is not good for their anxiety.
We don't have designated hallways in our building. So to get from one end to the other, you're required to either walk outside or walk through our cat adoption floor or through our dog adoption floor. And when you're thinking about, judging their temperament is not going to be their true personality because they're so stressed in here.
So in our new shelter, we're going to have separate areas. They're all going to be quiet and calm. They're all going to be as stress-free as possible.
I had one when I was a little kid.
So this is our small animal room. It's a conversion. Originally this was designed for puppies. Because we don't get a large number of puppies in anymore, we thought we could repurpose it and better use it for different types of animals. So to my right, you can see we have guinea pigs. We have guinea pigs to the left. We have a lot of guinea pigs. We need individualized space and things that are specially built to accommodate these types of animals. We also have a space back here that was originally designed as a visiting room and now houses a rabbit. We rotate our rabbits through these spaces so they each get a special day where they have more space to stretch their legs and exercise a little bit. On occasion, these animals do stay here quite a while. We recently had a rabbit that was here for over 500 days before we got an adoption application placed on it. So the more comfortable they can be, the more enrichment we can provide them, the better their stay is while they're here at our shelter. Every inch matters. So underneath our countertop where we house our guinea pigs, we have storage. It is definitely not ideal storage, but we have to make do with what we have. Inexpensive things, things that are easy for us to modify, that's what we do. What we really need is a dedicated space that's designed just for these types of animals.
So enrichment is a huge part of making a shelter stay stress-free for any of our animals. And right now, all of our cat floor is in an internal part of the building, so there aren't any windows. So we try to mimic that fun activity, that bird watching activity, by using our tablets and playing YouTube videos with various birds and squirrels and things like that, which is great, it works. But one of the great things about our new building is that the cat floor is going to have windows. So we're going to try to face as many of the cat cages towards those windows as possible so they can actually look outside. They can see the sun, they can see the birds, they can see the squirrels, they can see visitors walking by. They're going to get more of that natural enrichment, and that's going to be what they would see in a home environment. This is a great alternative. We'll probably still continue to use this to some degree, but we're going to have many more options in our new facility.
We're now on the dog adoption floor. This room is a very high traffic area. In our new shelter, we're going to have indoor-outdoor runs for our dogs on the adoption floor, so they've got space to stay inside and they can pass to the outdoor side whenever they please. But here on the old side, these cages are very old. They routinely need to be repaired. Our new shelter, it's going to be much quieter. It's going to be a room dedicated just for dog adoptions, where there's not going to be other dogs passing through on their way over to another dog room. There's not going to be people walking through here unless they're truly interested in adopting one of our animals. We're going to have specialized rooms that we call like a dog condo, which is more of a home-like feel, where they'll be able to stretch out, maybe have some pieces of furniture in there that they can lay on, things that will just make them feel more at home.
Hello.
This room is where we clean, do our dishes, prepare food. A lot of different functions go on in this very small room. One of the things that we desperately need in our new shelter is a sole dedicated room for waste disposal. Right now, all of our dog waste and cat waste goes through our disposal in the floor. Obviously, it's not an ideal situation because we have dishes in here. We have things that we try to clean. So these areas will be completely separate now. In our new shelter, we'll have an area dedicated for dogs where we can do food prep and dish cleaning. And then we'll have an area dedicated for cats and small animals. The waste disposal will be an individual room completely separate from all these areas. This building was originally constructed in 1977, so it's 45 years old. There's a major renovation done in 1992, which added some additional animal housing areas, but we have rapidly outgrown that, and we need this new renovation so we can move forward so that we not only have what we need today, but 15 and 20 years from now.